Nina is captured. And our movement is seriously constricted, but let's see what we can do anyway.
I was supposed to be buried there. I never dreamed that I would someday be looking down at my own grave.
Oh well. You are alive. Be grateful.
I'm glad I'm out of there. Even if it were the last hiding place on Earth, not even an army could make me climb back in.
Look, you had that oven door in your vest.
A vase made of plastic.
Let's take it. Could come in handy at some point.
The gravestone bears the name Fifi. So this is where the dog is buried.
What dog? No one.
The charred remains of a doghouse. It's just a ruin, but even so, it is too bulky to carry around with me. Okay, let's say spade.
Call a spade, huh? Alright. Hulk smash.
If I start whacking away at the doghouse just like that, it will make a lot of noise. And if someone hears me, then they'll start whacking away at me.
Bad idea then.
There's nothing to see except solid bars and a wall beyond. There's no way I can squeeze through there.
Fine.
I'm far too muscular.
Footprints.
Looks like this is a guard's patrol route.
Hope the guard doesn't come here.
From that position, the guard can not only watch the prison, but also has a perfect view of the inner courtyard too. Not the best conditions for getting out of here alive.
Yeah. That seems to be the guard going this route, but he's standing still right now. Can't see that.
The guard will spot me if I enter the inner courtyard, and I'd rather not imagine what that would lead to. If I were looking for the perfect example of an evil mastermind's dim-witted henchman, I'd say I've found him.
Uh-huh.
This leads to the cellar. The guard will spot me if I...
Not going there to present, am I? Alright. What's this?
It's one of those nasty contraptions that will kill mice. Looking at the size of that piece of cheese, I'd rather not know what kind of monster-sized mice they're trying to catch here. I can't spring the trap from the outside, and I have no intention of sticking my delicate fingers in there while the mousetrap is set.
Coward. Alright, what if we do this then?
Yes, this should work. That way I can spring the mousetrap and still keep all my fingers. I rather like that idea.
So do I.
I just saved an innocent little mouse from a gruesome fate and got a big piece of cheese as a reward.
Alright.
It stinks to high heaven. They say smelly cheeses have the strongest flavor, but with that stench, I'm not really keen on tasting it.
Oh well. It's a storage room. Let's see. Magazines.
A pile of soccer magazines, aptly titled 11 Friends.
And there's an eye spray.
This is used to cool bruises and sprains.
Let's take it.
Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 666, the devil's number and its significance in mathematics, the 7 deadly sins, and 150 delicious microwave dishes.
Lots of numbers. Probably not significant.
Did Pat Shelton use this for his sermons on television? Not that I really care.
No, I don't really. There's a camera.
An instant camera, something of a museum piece in this age of digital photography.
Polaroid. I like Polaroid cameras. I like digital cameras too, obviously, but sex. Well, that's sex. Right.
An old sack. Smells like it might have contained potatoes at some time. An old shelf.
And an old television.
This model was built long before the invention of color television, but at least it's battery operated.
Right. Coat hanger. Could be useful. And we have a game girl.
A handheld game console.
Ah.
It actually still works, but there's no game inserted.
Here's the thing. It riffs on the Game Boy, obviously, but there's one thing that bothers me slightly. I know it's a game and all, but
One of those handheld game consoles with background lighting. I've switched it on. There's no game module inserted, so all it shows is a flickering white screen.
Game Boy didn't have backlit screens. At least the original didn't. Looks a bit small, so it could be the mini version. Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy, had a Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advanced. The Advanced had backlit screen. I'm not sure if the Color did. Not that it matters much. Sewing machine.
This thing is so old, it's not even electric. If I want to close the sack, I can just put a knot in it. That way I will actually be able to open it again.
Logical.
Use this as an aerial? Why not? It worked for my grandparents. Should I turn the television on or take it with me?
You can lug it around with you, can't you? Put it where all the other stuff is. Actually, I just want to move it over here.
I'll put the television down here for now.
And then I'm gonna
Should I turn the television?
turn it on.
There's some boring soccer game on TV. A team wearing black and white is playing against another team wearing white and black. There's no sound either, which might be a good thing, at least with certain soccer commentators.
I don't like soccer anyway. But I've heard they can be a bit overzealous sometimes. So I guess that will do it. Yeah, if you really want to know, this is the second time I am playing this section, because after half an hour I found out that the recording had just recorded 15 minutes of gameplay because I ran out of hard drive space and it turned itself off. So instead of doing a lot of fancy editing, thought I could just do it all over again. I had the saves. I can make it faster, better, stronger, whatever. Thermometer.
The thermometer is displaying 19 degrees Celsius. Guess I'm shivering because of nerves rather than temperature then.
Is there any way of lowering the temperature, at least for anyone reading it? Did we have an ice spray?
The temperature display has dropped down to 8 degrees.
Yeah, I don't want to go through stuff several times. You will know in a minute if you haven't actually played the game before. To this point.
Well, hello. You're not mourning my death, are you?
Max! Max, you're alive!
Shh, not so loud. Otherwise, that might change pretty quickly.
Max, you have no idea how glad I am to see you.
Who would have thought I'd ever hear you say that? Miss Kalenkov, you amaze me.
Of course. You don't have any witnesses.
Never mind. If seeing me return from the dead makes you this happy, maybe I should do it more often.
Just as crazy as ever, I see.
Would you really want that to change?
No, not really. But how come you're still alive?
I'll explain later. For now, let's concentrate on finding a way out of here.
Agreed. Do you have a plan?
No, not yet. You know me. But we'll think of something.
Okay, but be quick about it. Pat Shelton might come back at any minute. By the way, in case I haven't mentioned it yet, I'm glad you're still alive.
I just love hearing you say that.
Right. Now we have control of Nina again. We can switch back to Max at any point, but Max's environment is a bit closed in at the moment. He will need some sort of disguise or something. So let us call the guard.
My stay in Paris wasn't so bad, but will I ever get out of here alive?
Yeah, this is the second time Nina has been in jail in, I guess, about 1 day.
I think I'm going to call the guard. Hello?
What's up? Why are you yelling like that?
It looks slightly familiar, but the cowl is in the way. Oh well.
Would you mind telling me why you're keeping me prisoner here? What do you want with me?
That's none of your business.
Now look, I do think I have a right to know why I'm locked away in this cell.
I don't know, and I don't care.
What? You don't know either?
No, and I don't need to. All I know is you're not allowed to leave here. And it's my job to keep an eye on you. That's enough. Anything else?
Don't you even care why innocent people are being imprisoned here?
No. I care about how Tom Tomsk played. That's all.
Tom-toms? Are you learning to play the drums then?
Huh? Tom Tomsk is my local club. Perhaps not Russia's most successful soccer team, but undoubtedly their best.
People are being held here against their will, and all you care about is soccer?
Yes. Anything else?
There was another guard in the previous game that was also interested in soccer, or as we call it in this part of the world, football. Yeah, what they have in America is called American football over here. English call it soccer though, I believe so. games have many names, I suppose. Yeah, I know. If anyone was actually watching my channel, I would have gotten hate mail over that. Anyway, let's see. Restraints, can you take them off?
These restraints hurt a lot. Could you please untie me?
Are you yanking my chain?
No. Why?
If I untie you, you're going to run away.
How would I do that? I'm still locked up in this cell. And I wouldn't stand a chance against a strong guy like you.
That's true.
Well?
No, I can't. The boss would kill me on the spot.
Darn it. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
And I'm thirsty.
Yes, but unlike me, you can go and get yourself a drink. When I get hungry, I have to rely on you to bring me some food.
That's just too bad.
Starving prisoners constitutes torture, and that's against the Geneva Convention.
Geneva what?
The Geneva Convention. You know, human rights and all that.
Never heard of it, and not interested either.
You don't have to be. All you have to be interested in is the fact that I'm hungry.
You're getting on my nerves.
I know. Do I get to eat now?
No!
Right. I'm gathering from this conversation that this guard is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. It might actually be a spoon. Let's see. I'm cold.
It's cold in here. Not just a bit chilly, but really freezing.
Cold? It sometimes gets cold in January in Siberia.
Very funny. But you'll soon stop laughing when your boss finds out I can't help him anymore, because I've frozen to death. I'll give you 3 guesses who's going to be blamed for that. I sure wouldn't like to be in your shoes.
All right, have it your way. I'll go and check. But you had better not be pulling my leg.
Yes, sure.
What do you know? You're right. Looks like the temperature has dropped quite a bit. It's down to a mere 8 degrees Celsius now. That's odd. I still feel cozy and warm.
It's probably the vodka. So, can I have something to warm me up now?
Share my vodka? Forget it. But I'm sure that nobody needs this cowl here. I can cover you with that. Don't do anything stupid, though.
Right.
Right. And now, be quiet.
All right. Thanks. That will do for now. Go ahead. Leave me to my misery.
As you say.
Right. I think that's all I can do for Nina for now. Go back to Max. Can get that cowl.
Nina,
Yes?
you look a little warm. Wouldn't you like to take something off?
Is that all you can think about, even in this situation?
Not really, but for now, the cowl is most important. I'll see to the rest later.
Don't you dare.
I love it when you're helpless. I've got the cowl, and Nina is cold again. Life is all about giving and taking.
Damn it. Oh well. Now I can disguise
It's
myself.
the perfect disguise, as long as I'm not forced to remove the hood.
Right. Now, to get in other places, I need to get the guard to go take his rounds, and since he is interested in soccer, like that other guard, Yeah, it couldn't be the same one. He might stop and look at the television even if it has no sound or color. Hey, wild garlic.
Time for an educational tidbit. Wild garlic is one of the first plants that bears feed on when they come out of hibernation, and is therefore also known as Allium ursinum, or bear's garlic. It is used for seasoning. End of lecture.
Interesting.
It's always a good idea to have some herbs handy. Not that I have the faintest clue what I might need them for. If
Yeah,
I were look,
said that already.
how do I talk to him? Maybe I should pretend I'm a member of Puritas Cordis. But how do those people talk? He doesn't look very bright to me. I'll try the redneck approach then.
Hi there. Who are you? Don't think I know you. You new?
Hi. Well, not really new, but I don't know you either. Are you one of them?
Them?
You know, those sect people.
Sect people? You mean Puritas Cordis, so you're not with them?
No, I was just hired as a guard. Weren't you? Then maybe you can tell me something about Puritas... Puritas whatever?
Can I? Not really.
No, I'm just a simple guard, too. I don't know what exactly they're up to.
Okay, that's a relief.
Why? You got a problem with them?
No, they always pay my wages right on time. Still, I find them a little
So do
creepy.
I. Let's see. Dog's grave?
What's with that odd grave in the backyard?
You mean where the dog is buried?
Yes.
Apparently, lightning struck the doghouse when Shelton was having another of his tantrums. He was yelling something about punishment from above just because one of the guards overslept by a few minutes.
And?
Well, the guard seemed to be quite unperturbed. That's when Shelton really flipped and threatened him with eternal damnation. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning struck the doghouse right next to the guard. The guy suffered severe burns, and the dog was grilled alive.
Oh.
The charred remains of the doghouse and the dog's grave have served as a kind of memorial ever since. And it works too. I, for one, wouldn't dream of crossing Shelton.
What a weird story. Was that bolt of lightning just a coincidence, or...
Good question. It was about here, on the half-hour mark. I'm not sure how long it has been now, but I realized that, well, you can't see it, but up in the corner I have a way to confirm that I am recording, and I realized that it wasn't anymore. And it quit recording 10 minutes before I realized it. Again, not important for you, just a quick side note. Prison.
Who are you guarding, anyway?
I don't know, but the boss dragged her in himself.
The boss?
Pat Shelton, of course.
Right. And you really don't know who she is?
No, I somehow get the feeling that I've seen this kid somewhere before, but that's next to impossible.
Why? I have a feeling it was the guard that was guarding Nina in the previous game, watching soccer and eating cheese soup.
Can I have a look at the prisoner?
No way. The boss said maximum security. No one is allowed in except the boss himself and his deputy.
Aw, come on. Just 5 minutes. Nobody has to know.
No, I don't want to lose my job again.
Again?
You said you lost your job before, right?
Don't remind me.
Come on, tell me about it. How did it happen?
I had the perfect job. Not too much to do, and I was able to focus on the really important things in life while I worked.
Such as
Soccer and cheese soup.
soccer and cheese
So
soup?
he's the one.
Sure. I can't think of anything more important in life, can you?
I guess not.
You see? Other than that, all I had to do was keep an eye on a few patients now and then.
So, why did you lose your job?
It was rotten luck. One of the patients sneaked off during my shift. When they found out I had been watching soccer and eating cheese soup during working hours, they fired me.
How totally unfair.
Right. But since then, I've made up my mind never to watch soccer during working hours again.
Right.
But you can still have cheese soup, can't you?
Only in emergencies.
Right. About that.
Shouldn't you go check if all is quiet behind the jail as well?
Who do you think you are? My boss?
No. But if anything happens because you weren't paying attention, I sure wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
You've got a point there. I'd better do my rounds.
Yep. Now, if I didn't put the television set on football around there, he would come back. But now that I did, he should be distracted by watching telly.
The guard is distracted by the television. You better not bother him. It might put silly ideas in his head, like returning to his post at the prison.
Alright. I could have done this before. Last time I did, but
I feel vaguely discontented and therefore increasingly frustrated and aggressive.
I could have done this right after I took... right before I disguised myself. After.
I feel so much better now.
Anger management much? Anyway, we have
Charred rubble that has been smacked.
charred rubble. But if we...
It might be a good idea to remove the evidence of my vandalism.
Now we have a sack of coal. Might have a use for it at some point. Let's go into the prison.
Hopefully, the soccer match will keep the guard busy for a while. I'd better make the most of it.
Let's see.
Looks like an alarm button. If I press the alarm button now, all the guards will be here in seconds.
Alright.
Not a good idea.
Maybe a bad idea.
An old iron stove. Doesn't look like it's working, though. At least it must have been out of use for ages.
Nothing much. Number pad. Right.
It may not be stainless steel, but it's pretty effective all the same.
True. Anyone remember those numbers? 11, 666. Let's try.
There's a number pad here. I guess if you enter the right code, it will open the cell door. 1, 1, 6, 6, 6.
What's the last one?
1. Let's see if this is the right code.
Yes, that wasn't it.
Clearly that was the wrong code.
Alright. Have to go look again. I can't go around now, but I can go in from this side.
A pile of soccer magazines, aptly titled 11 Friends.
Oh, that wasn't... Alright.
Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 666, the Devil's Number and its significance in mathematics, the 7 Deadly Sins, and 150 delicious microwave dishes.
So is it 11?
Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel,
7.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 666, the Devil's Number and its significance in mathematics, the 7 Deadly Sins, and 150 delicious microwave dishes.
1177. Doesn't sound any more useful to me. Yeah,
There's a 1, 1, 7, 7, 7, 3. Let's see if this
it
is the...
isn't.
Clearly that was...
Ah. Friends.
A pile of soccer magazines, aptly titled 11 Friends. Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 666, the Devil's Number and its significance in mathematics, the 7 Deadly Sins, and 150 delicious microwave dishes.
Sense for me either. Oh, well.
There's a number
Yeah,
pad
yeah.
here. 1,
11.
1,
No, hang on. What about
if I press the...
that?
There's a number...
Six,
6, 6,
six,
6,
1,
1,
5.
5.
There's no 0. Damn it. Then how about 11?
There's a number... 1, 1, 7, 6, 6, 6. Let's see if this is the right code. Clearly that was...
No, because there's one too many.
Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 666, the Devil's Number and its significance in mathematics, the 7 Deadly Sins, and 150 delicious microwave dishes. Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 666, the Devil's Number and its significance in mathematics, the 7 deadly sins, and 150 delicious microwave dishes.
I'm getting slightly frustrated.
There's a number pad. One, one, one. 7, 6, 6. Let's see if this is the right code. Clearly that was...
Clearly.
There's a number...
How about just 7,
7,
6,
6, 6, 6, 7, 1. Let's see if this...
Of course it's not.
Clearly that was...
I wonder though. Let's go and look one more time. I have an idea, but I have a seriously bad memory. Oh no, I went ahead of myself. I sort of remember.
Someone carved symbols into the wood. Is it some kind of language? I don't know. I can't make it out.
Maybe Nina can. Let's see.
Let's take a picture of these carved symbols. Maybe that will help.
But I can't show it to Nina, can I? It's dark in there. Maybe.
Good idea. This will illuminate the photo so it can be seen in the dark.
Let's ask Nina.
Nina, can you make out the symbols carved into the bench?
Symbols? That's Russian.
Sure. That's what I meant. So what does it say?
Snow White, soccer, and devil.
Snow White, soccer, and devil?
That's what it says.
But what does it mean?
Beats me. I suppose it could be some kind of mnemonic trick for remembering something important.
Yes, could be.
Remember now? It's just I know what I was supposed to do, just not in the correct order.
There's a number pad.
Dwarves, devil, and sucker. So let's see. 7,
7,
6,
6, 6, 6,
11.
1, 1. Let's see if this is the right code. Clearly that was the wrong code. But surely it can't...
Excuse me?
A picture of the bench.
Okay, no,
Nina
sorry,
said...
wrong.
There's a number pad here.
Once again, 7,
7, 1,
7, 11.
1, 6, 6, 6. Let's see if this is the right code.
And it was.
Fair princess, I have come to rescue you from the clutches of that evil dragon.
Max, my hero! Quick, untie me.
Have you got any idea how we can get out of here?
Out?
Yes, out. Or were you planning on staying for coffee?
I'm not leaving. You heard what Shelton is up to.
Sure, but what can we do? Shelton is sitting high and dry in his tower, and the place is swarming with guards. I don't think the two of us can frighten them off by just shouting, boo.
Then we'll just have to think of something.
Nina, it's suicide.
My dad is at the UN General Assembly.
Okay, that does change things. It's still suicide, but of course, we've got to try. First, we need to get out of here before the guard comes back.
Right. But I'm sort of thinking.
Wait here. You can't go out into the yard without a cowl. And even if you were wearing it, your perfect figure would just be too easy to recognize.
Oh boy.
Max.
They're all men here, remember? If someone speaks to you and you have to answer, you'll blow your cover.
So you expect me to just wait here, twiddling my thumbs?
I'll think of something, but until then, you stay here, okay?
Yes, but get a move on. We have to get into the tower as soon as we can and prevent the detonation of that volcano.
Right. But I am thinking that will have to wait until the next video, because I have a feeling that this is way over my time limit, as it were. So anyway, this was your host, the Lazy Gamer, logging off. Bye guys.